Well, China announces new rules on the appointment of bishops without mentioning the Vatican-China deal. Starting May 1st, China's state-run Catholic Church, together with the Bishops' Conference, will select, approve, and ordain clergy. The rules do not mention the Vatican-China deal that was renewed last October. Joining us now with more insight is Colin Flynn, EWTN News Rome correspondent. Colin, good to see you. So tell us, what are these new rules for appointing bishops?
Good evening, Tracy. Well, China released a document entitled Administrative Measures for Religious Clergy, which states that the Chinese Catholic Patriotic Association, which is the state-run church, will be responsible for selecting future clergy. Now, those candidates will then be approved and consecrated by the Chinese Catholic Bishops' Conference. But there is no mention of the Vatican approving bishops, despite the Vatican-China deal involving both the Chinese authorities and the Holy See in the process of appointing bishops. Now, the document details the process of selecting clergy in China. The rules state that once the clergy member is selected and approved, the information is sent to the Chinese State Administration for Religious Affairs to be registered in a database. Once registered, clergy are required to promote the values of the Communist Party, to love and support the motherland, and to guide citizens to be patriotic and abide by the laws. Now, under the state administration, clergy are not permitted to host events outside of religious places without prior authorization.
Colin, do we know why the Vatican-China deal wasn't mentioned in the new rules?
Well, Tracy, it's hard to say. The Vatican-China deal was renewed last October as an extension of a 2018 provisional agreement. And since the renewal, 3 bishops have been appointed under the agreement. However, the terms of the deal have never been made public. We knew very little about the process until this recent document, which seems to shed some light on it. Now, EWTN News contacted the Holy See press office, and they told us that the Vatican-China deal is considered private. But perhaps the reason for the Vatican and the Vatican-China deal not being mentioned in this official document from China is because by law there can be no public recognition of a foreign power in China. Now, some Chinese clergy have reported as been saying that it doesn't interfere with the Vatican-China deal, this recent document, because the Chinese Catholic Bishops' Conference has to get the stamp of approval from the Vatican in order to proceed. So basically, no Vatican approval, no new clergy. That's in theory, at least.
So, Colin, quickly, before I let you go, where exactly does this put the Catholic Church in China?
Well, Tracy, all of this really doesn't change the status of the Catholic Church in China. We contacted Father Bernardo Cervella, who is an expert in the church in China, and he said that the rules have been in place for years, but with the release of this document, it indicates that the protocol is becoming more official and reinforced. He did tell us, though, that after talking to some priests he knows in China, they're being limited in their pastoral care because they have to attend Chinese state-run meetings and training seminars about how to enforce the teachings of the Communist Party, which gives them little time to serve their flock. Tracy?
Colin Flynn, EWTN News Rome correspondent. Thank you so much, Colin.
Thank you, Tracy.